Hello, and welcome to the Moonlight Marcy. I'm your host, Marcy Mortis, or as some may know me by, the Shareholder. Hello, and welcome on in. I hope y'all are ready for a wondrous last night perusal into the maze for, after this night, bathroom sim joke. Yes, that has been my stream intro for a while. It's actually a lot of moving parts, believe it or not, to make that all happen. So I hope you enjoy it. Have you seen that yet, bathroom sim? I don't know. Oi, what's up with your fucking movement? I have no regrets swearing. I can swear whenever I want. I'm many years old, and I can swear whenever. And what are you doing? Sorry, there's a mannequin behind me that keeps moving whenever I don't look at it. Stop that. Speak! Say a word! Mannequin just spoke. I'm scared. It's a seal mannequin. It for some reason has a stop moving. For some reason has a penchant towards flopping around on the bed and making weird little seal noises. It's scary. I don't like it.
I was continuing the bit of there's a mannequin behind me that's moving, so I kept the bed creaking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't. Stop! This is why I need my own office.
No.
Yes.
This is why we need a bed that doesn't creak.
I don't think we're going to be getting that ever. Beds creak, baby.
Not all beds creak.
All right, give me an example of a bed that doesn't creak.
Bed made of foam.
What kind of foam?
Memory foam.
The memory foam. Why would the bed be made of memory foam? How would it be structurally sound?
This is the strong memories.
We have to make the memory foam bed.
I'm sorry, I moved over here so I can read chat as well. New record for stream start tangent.
We have to make the memory foam bed look at pictures of bodybuilders.
That's a real thing.
No.
Memory foam beds?
Memory foam beds don't exist? What?
Look up right now,
I'm not looking at memory foam bed.
Chat, pull up memory foam bed.
Chat, you're not gonna pull up memory foam bed because I am the absolute master of knowledge, and I will tell you right now, those don't exist. If you look one up and find one, then you're a fool. Remembery foam.
Chat.
Rememberist foam.
I have the first hunter's quest. Can you hunt an image?
You don't give out quests. You are not the hunter of quests.
Can you hunt me a photo of a memory foam bed and send it to?
You are using my own words, my own throat to speak your own words.
The Shareholder.
The Shareholder.
Chat, send a memory foam bed to the Shareholder.
Chat, if you send me a memory foam bed, I will kill you. I don't have a throne, so this would just be going to some random address. The memory foam bed. I sleep in a bathtub, for fuck's sake. I don't sleep on a bed. You'd have to send me a memory foam bathtub instead. Which I don't think that can hold blood.
Chat, pull up memory foam bathtub.
Do you think a memory foam bathtub could be able to hold blood? That's the most important part.
It'd be like a sponge.
That's bad.
You squeeze it and blood comes out.
Well, it'd be absorbing the blood. Okay. If there was a cup of sponge, a sponge cup, do you think the sponge cup would be able to hold water? There are memory foam bath mats. What? Do those hold water? Or I guess they hold water, but like, do they cup water? That's the most important part. Bathtubs hold water. Bathtubs and blood baths. They hold it. Once again, I am the holder. And I'm all about holding things. And unfortunately, I don't think sponges hold them like a cup or a bathtub. I think they in fact absorb it, which is a whole entire different thing. The bath holder, exactly. I'm the holder of baths. What a strange tangent we have gone on, haven't? This is weird. Welcome to the stream. This will be the last stream I do before I have to get on and move. So this will either be a short stream or a very, I don't know, I might just fall asleep in the car on the way to like our second destination. So that might be something. Right after this stream, I'm going to literally be putting my computer into the fucking into like a suitcase. So like this is kind of just like this really is just kind of a last hurrah before I have to get a move on, which is very fun. I'm very excited for the move. And I hope when we actually get a nice apartment, I can set up a nice little studio where I can basically just have my own space to do shit. I should also probably be able to complete the new background by that point, so that will be extremely good for everyone, in my opinion. And for this last stream, I advertised it a while ago. I haven't gotten to check out the last Zampanio stream yet, so I have no idea what I missed. No, you were there. I went through the marked on Discord, and I went through the Rememberists branch. That was the last Zampanio stream. The last two streams that I did the past 2 days have been art, which that was an interesting stream. I'm not going to talk about it much more other than that. And last night's stream was a Hollow Knight stream, because Hollow Knight is one of my favorite games in the world, and I forgot to play a specific mode of it last year that I decided to do a yearly playthrough of as a tradition. So that was kind of like my remake of it. I meant the art stream. You said it would be art and maybe Zampanio. Well, the maybe was... It was, yeah. It turned out that maybe was a not. So it seems I have a tough time doing multiple things per one stream. When I dedicate myself to one thing, I really dedicate myself to it. So it's hard to like mode switch from it to another thing. So this stream though will be entirely dedicated to Zampanio Sim. We'll be continuing off what we were doing last stream. Let me actually make a new notes app and pull up MS Paint. New text document. This will be the final Zampanio stream ever, or just before the move? Just before the move. I'll probably do another Zampanio stream, or I'll probably do more reading within the Shareholder Discord, or the Shareholder like Discord forum chat thingy thread, because I don't know, I feel like it'd suck if I just like left myself without any Zampanio for what will probably be a while, unfortunately, due to the nature of the move and like what sort of circumstances surround it. It's definitely going to be a while before I can stream to my fullest capacity, but hopefully that will be all right. Hopefully y'all will not be so without entertainment that my absence will kill you. Even if I would want you to die because you love me so much and you want me to be your one and only entertainer. But please don't die. You have to see my next stream when it happens, of course. Hope the move goes well. Remember, Zampanio wants you to live a long, healthy life. Breaks are important. Yeah, well, I've had a long break since my last Zampanio stream, so hopefully this one will go well. Looking forward to seeing what goes down tonight. I don't really know what's gonna happen. Unfortunately, one thing that it has been made clear Due to, I guess, either my keyboard breaking, I probably punched it really hard. I also broke my phone's screen a couple days ago from throwing it into my bed, throwing it into my bathtub, at which it then bounced off the bathtub and then hit the wall, and then it just cracked my phone. So that's something.
It sounds like you were using a memory foam bathtub.
It sounds like you shut the fuck up. There are a lot of things something can bounce off of that's not just memory foam. I could have a rubber bathtub for all you fucking know.
Well, do you?
No! I got a rubber phone case! That makes even more sense! You suck! And I am 2 hours late to this stream. I just got finished editing and doing some art. Basically, whatever I had to do before the move that I really want to do. I just got finished with some of that. So, I mean, something I will say is a little teaser. Make sure to be very anticipation. Make sure to be in anticipation. That's a better phrasing of words. Make sure to be in anticipation towards the next Rememberist interview. If you remember, I think last Christmas, or it wasn't Christmas. It was sometime someone where the Rememberists, right off the cuff of when I did one of the streams, decided to stream her own and pulled me into it and then gave me an impromptu interview. That just got finished being done, like rendering and editing, and it just got sent to her. So hopefully that will be put up on the channel soon. It's a very fun interview. I'll say. I think it's fun. I enjoyed talking about the nature of creation as well as inspiration and Zamanio certainly has a lot of that in droves. I'm still waiting for my reward, Roz. I do not think that a Rememberist is watching this stream at the moment. If she is, I'd be happy to have her presence be made known. But we are quite late. It is currently 3:33 a.m. If this stream goes on for a while, I'll be surprised. But this might just turn out to be like I'm gonna say like 1 or 2 hours. That's a little bit short, but it's I'm preparing to move. I'm a little bit dog tired from I kind of just want to put all my screens and computers where they're supposed to be. But I feel like I have some obligation to making sure that what's on the agenda tonight. I had to have some obligation to the people that are here. I was talking earlier about I was talking earlier about my keyboard being broken. I cannot use question marks, forward slashes, periods, greater than, less thans, or commas. For some reason, these 3 buttons on the keyboard are broken, as well as the numpad 0 button. I'll have to check that. Hold on, let me check if the period on the numpad is also broken. Yes, I cannot press periods at all. I'm actually gonna see what other buttons are broken. I can use all the letters. I can use at least the second row of keys that have like punctuations, but otherwise I cannot use those 3 punctuations. So I can at least have an exclamation point at the end of every message, but no periods, no question marks. So that makes some typing of URLs difficult. If I ever wish to do anything of that sort. So most likely we're just gonna be probably going through I guess what tabs I have open. That's currently the agenda. We have a bunch of tabs that I have open that I really want to get exploring and see what is up with what I have open that I have not explored yet. And I think that'll end up pretty good. I mean, you've seen how easy it is for me to get on a tangent about something stupid. Last Hollow Knight stream yesterday was mostly dedicated to talking about radiation and uranium glass. It's amazing how much a tangent can devolve into becoming a whole entire theme for a stream if given the chance. And thankfully a chat member that had a bunch of like knowledge on the subject came in and decided to give us a lesson on like specifically Marie Curie and radon and radium. I forgot. Radium. Yeah, you can tell why I'm not the rememberist, because Jesus Christ, I can't fucking remember shit, homie. I need to finish Hollow Knight one of those days so I can Archipelago it. What's Archipelago? I have finished Hollow Knight. Yesterday's stream was entirely the Forgetterist. I'm the Shadow the Hedgehog to the Rememberists, Sonic, I think. Honestly, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Archipelago Multi-World Randomizer. Ooh, cool. Hollow Knight's such a good game. I when I do get back to streaming, I definitely want to. I want to grind out doing Hollow Knight Steel Soul mode, so I can finally defeat it. Because I have each and every time I've tried to do Steel Soul mode the past few years, I have always died to one specific room that I keep having the hubris to think, oh, I'll beat it this time, and I never do, and I lose like so much fucking progress. As well as that, what was it? It's pronounced Archipelago? No. You know what? Fuck you. No. This is like Arceus. This is like Arceus. I don't know. I thought...
Chat, pull up Archipelago.
Chat, pull up Archipelago. It has CH there. That's ch. That's ch, bruh.
Chud.
That's ch. Fuck my stupid chud life.
Fuck my stupid Archipelago life.
This is like how I fucked up pronouncing Zines. It's zines, right? Zine?
Oh.
Oh, okay, awesome. It means a cluster of islands, Archipelago. Fuck you. This is like Zines. This is like what the fuck was I also just saying? This is like a whole entire bunch of like words that could have better pronunciations if they just listen to me, who is the most right person in the world and should be taken at face value as that. Please get all your pronunciation opinions from me and me only, especially if it's the English language, because I promise you I know that to the utmost degree, because I've been living in an English country my whole entire life. Surely I know the language good enough to say every word perfectly. Anyways, Archipelago is a system where instead of taking one game and randomizing the items in it, take multiple games. I've seen that before, I think. It's very interesting. Yeah, that'd be fun. That could be a fun stream idea. There's a couple hundred games people have made AP mods of. Cool. That could be really fun. There's a bunch of stream ideas I could probably do once I get back to it. There's a bunch of just ideas I could do. I'm very excited to get back to streaming once I am back at full force. Which I think this move will definitely help with, because once again, I'll be going to a space that is entirely my own, that will be very much like dedicated and like made perfect for the basis of streaming. With hopefully better soundproofing and better acoustics or whatever the fuck sound stuff goes on. Because at the moment, I'm just sort of in a room. At my own bedroom, really. And it's kind of just like... a little bit echoey, a little bit airy. I don't know. The Zampanio Discord hosts asyncs occasionally. You should join one. Anyway, fair enough. Lol. Yeah, that could be fun. I've missed out on a bunch of Jackbox games recently. I know that. That have been organized in multiple servers. I'm so thankful that I don't have a job, and I probably won't have one, or I'll try to get one soon when we actually move, but I don't have one lined up right at the moment, so I'm very excited to just have a bit of free time to actually fuck around and like have fun with friends and games. Owie! Owie! Ow! Ooh! Ah! 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 Hi. All right, hold on. Let me pull up the Zampania stuff. There we go. We are now Zampanio moding, everyone. Stay calm and put on your Zampanio hats in anticipation. And let me also turn the music off. Let's see. We have a bunch of shit here that we could explore. There's a lot. 500 million tabs. It's just like 25, I think. Thankfully. Who the fuck is Tom Peyote? Who the fuck is this guy? I'm already pissed off.
He's the hottest guy ever. What do you mean?
Don't piss me off. What? NSCS? Incoming messages? Hey, we're meeting at the disco, right? Yeah, sure, disco sure is the real thing. Yeah, that's how you can tell this is the past. This is just a test. Yeah, it really is, but does it have a vibe? I think it does. What the fuck? Please tell me it does. Why aren't you messaging? Did I bore you? Where are you? It has a super long line, so we can do things with it and see just how long could be, and man, the anxiety of waiting for someone to text something. Yeah. Okay, cool. Neat. Anxiety sim. That's good. Were you checking out my old Fargo puzzles doc? Narrative stability, customer service. Oh, I mean, this is just like one of the many tabs that I've opened. Most of like these tabs are definitely from just going down Idler and seeing what the fuck it like has been added to it. So my current points of fixation, probably this. Seems a bit strange. It seems like everything that I'd want to read would be in this bottom left like bit here. Probably archival repository, Magicant warning network. Current top warnings. I'm saying this out as a warning to anyone exploring. About 5 months ago, the branch of the Magicant just off of Lomam that I had labeled as Nicotine Office Space apparently re-indexed itself as the Backrooms. Now, if you venture very far off in that direction, it starts emptying out, even the furniture. The disorientation effect gets extremely strong once the rooms are empty, and combined with the lack of landmarks, this would be dangerous enough, but on top of that, Minotaur can absolutely hear anyone who moves around in there. I've tagged it as a red flag section from now. I suggest avoiding any office buildings unless you need something specific. Even then, stick to rooms with windows, even if it means possibly looking outside. That reminds me of a fucking an RPG game that came out like recently. I think it's like don't look outside or something like that. So it seems like something cool that I'd like to mess around with in. I have an ancient Google Doc. I can't kill that person. I can't ban that guy. Oh,
you do. You have the old. You have the slash ban from me.
Wait, you're right. I can't slash ban on my own due to the fact that I cannot press the slash button. But thankfully, with the help of the mannequin behind me, I can Control V slash ban, as well as the person's username. And with this power, we get rid of bots.
Powers combined.
With our powers combined, we make something beautiful. I've an ancient Google Doc in the Zampanio Discord listing a bunch of old Farrago puzzles predating Zampanio Sim. Oh yes, I remember there's a I think I remember definitely like a long time ago. I mean, before even knowing about Zampanio Sim, something about Wiggler Sim having a ARG going on with it, but I wasn't really that into the Homestuck fandom at the time to really understand what was going on there. Slash, I think I've discussed this before. I'm usually not a person that is very good with ARGs. I mostly leave that up to the people that are very dedicated, because and just like watch whatever YouTube video comes out of it at some point. This is very much the only reason. This is very much like the only ARG that I've ever actually gotten myself like into, I'd say, which is very neat. A lot of them have more tangible win states and rewards. Anyway, yeah, there's some fun stuff to find in pre-Zampanio Sim Farrago. A lot of it is limited Suburb Sim stuff, but there's a few relevant things. I was actually talking about this earlier today. Suburb Sim. I've heard a lot of cool Suburb Sim stuff. Let me check Colonist Eyes. It's been a while. I'm sure I'm not really in any of this because it has been a while since my last stream. But it's neat. World Zampanio wants to be remembered, yes. There have been a lot of people that have joined the Discord recently, which is cool. I was actually talking Lohe, Lomat, and 1669 are the highlights. And sort of NSCS. Oh, I don't know what any of these mean. Jesus. There's so many things. Click to consent. I'm covering truth. Oops. So it goes. I'm
Marcy
Truth now.
Truth.
Marcy Truth.
Marcy True.
Marcy True. Hold on, there's a whole emote for this, chat. This is nothing to me. Professor's Kitchen. Oh, yay. Oh, I've been here before. Oh god, there's this stuff that I downloaded that I haven't really messed around with. That might be fun. I do not own the concept of Zampanio. Oof. I'm remembering just how much shit is just like here. You know what? Oh, we've been about here for like 5 minutes. Let me see if I can't do something. There's this stuff for Ellie's branch that I should probably read because I've heard a lot about the Target as a character, but I haven't really understood what it means. Can I send a link in chat or will Automod incinerate me? I mean, everything up to this point has been archived, so just fucking send it and we'll see what happens. I think it's technically in the puzzle box somewhere. Gribby! Cool. Oh, let me see. Where the hell? Let me go to Farrago Fiction. I don't care that I just clicked off of Colonist Eyes. I'm sure that's fine. I made this back before Zapanio Sim in ye olden days and have periodically updated it since. That's cool. That's dedication, honestly. I respect that. Honestly, what I want to do right now, let's fucking play Suburb Sim. Suburb Sim is a fan-made, wow, I'm fucking yawning. Oh. It is a fan-made browser simulation of a game called Suburb from the popular webcomic Homestuck, which destroys a planet and allows survivors to attempt to achieve godhood and create a universe. Suburb Sim is fun! Yay! Search for rare sessions, become enlightened, join Discord, meddle with the session. The things you can do pile never stops from getting taller. Neat. Main branch, experimental branch. Today's session. Oh, I thought you'd be able to like create your own session with like your own characters. This is fun. Game. Hold on. Let me just read this better. That's 100. That's 20,260,112. You can? Oh, that's fun. The Jack Noir is stabbing some random carapace who said hello. This little like what is this? Wow, fucking yawning, Jesus. Ugh. Today's session is a session with today as the seed, I think. Today's date, I mean. Oh, that's fun. So if I go back like a year. Oh, no, wait. No, that wouldn't make sense because 2026. If you go back a year, it'd be different. But that's still fun. That's cool. Alpha timeline. Ooh, hey, you want to see something funny? Sure, fuck yeah. Check the session with Seed66. Let's see. Customize random. How do you find? Oh god, this is a lot. Alchemy Sim, random dead session, customize random. Customize random? Ooh, I remember this old, like, fan-made... What was it? Fan-made... What the fuck? Is Truth still talking to me? It seems hearing testimonials may help you choose. Hi, Truth. This old fan-made aspect. I don't know if this is also a fan-made, what is it? Class as well. That's fun. If you go to today's session, you should be able to see the seed in URL. Dream. That's fun. Alright, I see. 6. Game 66 of Suburb has been initiated. All prepare for the arrival of Thief of Null, Scout of Void, Page of Mind, oh god, Lord of Doom, Mage of Hope, Smith of Breath. These are cool fucking class names. Null of Heart, Prince of Time, Waste of Breath, but Blood, Made of Space and Air of Life. The Jag Noir seems to be especially anticipating them. All tremble at the arrival of Ball of Sin. Big Bad Bullshit, the new WS Sweetbook update, and confirms Zoe's leg count. Show details? Sure. Hide details? Scout of Void is flipping the fuck out about 0. What the fuck are you? This looks like a platypus that is made of skin. I guess most things are made of skin, but like it's like the naked mole rat of a platypus. If that makes sense. It's an echidna. I don't. Oh, gross. Knuckles the echidna has propagandized most people into thinking echidnas must be cool because this shit looks crazy and weird. Thief of Null enters the game first. They manage to prototype their kernel sprite with a Charizard pre-entry. They have many interests. Hold on, does this thing just show the fuck up? I feel like the angst is voring me. Oh, how do echidnas pick things up? Show details? Does that Thief of Null look familiar? Let me check. Thief of Null. Okay, Crimson Destroyer. I see. Yes, it does. Yes, it does look familiar. I wonder why. Of course, Crimson Destroyer 6/6. I see. Oh, what? Want to hear a joke about monotrims? High details? Show details? I'm scared. How do echidnas pick things up? This is scary. I hate this. I'm scared. I don't know. But Jesus, my fucking body is like not allowing me to stop yawning. Anytime I get like a little bit of a break between speaking, my body instantly gets put into yawn mode for some reason. God. This is my Easter egg session. I get one as a reward for one of the April ARGs back in the Spursums days. That's kind of cool. That's cool as fuck, actually. And forgive me for asking, what the fuck is up with the echidnas? Hello? The actual events aren't randomized like any other Spurb session, but I got to plug in the initial conditions. That's cool. Whoa, hey, is this real? Oh, it's cool. There's more text messaging. Zampanio sim legal. Themes equal clowns, language, music, apocalypse, endings, light, killing. Wait, Wanda? Another lawsuit. Look, it's not my fault that the perfect future knowledge looks suspiciously like insider trading. Entire game company. Just make money like the normal way. Why do you have to keep cheating at the stock market? Look. This person doesn't get it. You have to cheat. Do you know how to make a game? When his Adderstop does. At least when you steal games in the future, no one can tell that you're being an asshole. Don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? Are you freaking kidding me, Wanda? Every time someone digs into our financial records, I'm the one that has to figure out how to keep them up from going all obsessively spirally locked in a hell maze of their own creation. And that's why you're the best cheap financial brosiver. Never call me that again. Fine. But I'm reaching out for outside counsel this time. Sure thing, bro. I now know how Wanda types. And I think I love Wanda.
What?
This is the first time I've ever seen Wanda. Like how they type and how and like especially their role in the fucking company. I think that was established.
I remember the Rememberist saying that she wanted me, because she gave me something to voice with, I think Wanda. She wanted me to do Grunkle Stunkle.
That's funny. Other echidnas are actually Zampania relevant, sort of. Ooh. This is back from the days between Ragnarok and Zampania Sim, right before everything collapsed into the Zampania spiral. If you check out the oldest days of Superb Sim and Ragnarok, you'll see seeds of what went to Zapanio Sim as Zapanio if you look in the right place. Lol. You lolled and Nightbot decided to ask if you thought the stream was funny. What the fuck noises? Oh, there's music coming from the Farrago fiction website. Neat. Wanda, can I get you to sign up on this marketing copy? Depends. Did it come from the closer? Of course it came from her. What do you take me for? Okay, hit me. From the makers of the classic retro game, Zapanio, comes gameplay like you've never seen before. Activate trap cards and more with the new Zapanio, the trading card game. It's time to duel. Perfect. There's no way anyone else in the future won't notice it's a blatant ripoff. I can't wait to see their reactions. That's funny as hell. It's time to duel.
No, she's literally... No, I see why.
Perfect. There's no way anyone else in the future won't notice it's a blatant ripoff.
There's no way anyone will tell that's a ripoff!
Never! Suburb Sim led into Ragnarok, led into Zapanio Sim. It's really interesting tracing the genealogy as someone who's there for all of this. That's really fun, actually. I think there's something to be enjoyed about being there for, like, a lot of, like, the shit happening. Because, I don't know, like... It feels like you're investing on day one, and as someone that enjoys investing, it's good to keep your stock portfolio up when it comes to being there on ground one, on the moon of on Earth, right as the rocket's getting built. That's why I like to suggest people check out the older stuff. You get to see what bits and pieces of what it is in what was. That was something I was gonna do like as well, like not even without prompting. When I saw that Farrago Fiction was the same website that also made what was it? That also made the fucking God, my mind's blanking a bit. The Homestuck doll thing, like all the doll sim, yes. Cause I used to make, I was there for that at least when that was being like made, and like there's a whole Discord dedicated to it, and like having new assets being put in like regularly. I don't know if that's still happening, but if it is, that's cool. But I was there for that whenever I was still in the Homestuck fandom for the most part, and when I knew I recognized the name Farrago Fiction, like when I was getting into this. And it literally, like, it fucked me up when I finally realized it when I saw, like, Doll Sim. And I was like, oh! I think it was also me looking into Wiggler Sim and seeing what it looked like, and I was like, oh, this. Okay, that makes sense. But Doll Sim isn't being updated anymore, but I remember what it was. There's a few of my parts in there. That's cool. Yeah. I remember I wanted to try helping with that, but I didn't make good assets, and I definitely wasn't going to try adding on to something that had some really cool shit going on. I don't know. Being part of the creation of something is scary. God, I'm tired. Can you leave? Where the fuck am I? What is this? Let's see. Clown Diary Sim. Let's see what this is all about. Victor said I should have a diary. Oh my god, my eyes. Victor said I should have a diary. They said it would help me better remember things and concepts. I thought about it, and I think they're right. I think a lot better when I'm writing, because I can look back at what I wrote, and I don't have to do it all at once. So I got this journal from one of the abandoned shops down here. It has a clown with a gun as the cover. I don't really get it, but I like the red nose and eyes. I think it really suits them. I showed Victor my journal. They said it looks really nice, but they should keep it to myself because it's for my thoughts, so I'm not sharing it anymore. They also said that I should emphasize any new concepts I learn, because then I can see how good I'm getting at learning new words, and that I can count how many I'm learning per day. Today I learned the word centennial. It means 100th anniversary. People who made this notebook made it on the centennial. I don't know what was so important about this clown book that they had to do it on that day, but they did it anyway. I'm glad they did. I like the clown notebook. Kana came to me today. He said he wanted to hang out, and I was bored, so I said yes. He let me use my notebook the whole time too. I asked him if it bothered him because Victor said that some people would see it as impolite, but after I told him it was a journal, he didn't care at all. He said that some people might find it a bit rude, but I should do it anyway because it's my notebook. He then told me some stories and taught me the word defenestrate. Apparently it's when you toss something out of the window. He said he got into a bar fight at some point and he had defenestrated a guy. I don't think it makes a lot of sense because he's always carrying a wrench, so I pointed that out. He said he didn't have the wrench back then, but yeah, maybe if he did, he would have just hit him. I like hanging out with Kana. We don't do that a lot, but I like him when we do because he's kind of weird. That's fine. I'm kind of weird. I don't know who's right though. Victor's very smart, but Kana talks to a lot more people. Maybe I'll sleep on it and decide later. Words of the day: defenestrate. You know, in a funny way, my branch is sort of is the past. The early unmarked, the marked era, Ragnarok, Suburb Sim, Eon 337. I like reminding people of the past and pulling people out of the past into the present. I think that's a fun concept to play with. Nostalgia. I mean, like, nostalgia is sort of like all about the past, you know? The end is never the end is never the end. Like an hourglass rotating around forever. Because, I mean, like, time folds in on itself, you know? We in the present are already influencing our past by, in some sort of way, as much as we are influencing the future. Because, I mean, we aren't really able to go back to the past in any sort of meaningful way. It's already past us. So in that way, we really can just do whatever the fuck we want with the past. Because it doesn't exist. It's not real. I mean, it can be real for some people ostensibly if the effects of the past are so permanent and damaging to the present. But I guess the information of what happened in the past can also be just made into whatever. I think something like the past can be an interesting thing that is nothing as well. I mean, as much as you can call DMing random YouTube commenters a branch, the Seeker and the Cultist can attest. Also fair. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I'd say DMing random YouTube commenters a branch. Anything that's sort of like a creation. I feel like that's a creation of sorts. Messaging people, creating connections. It's sort of like putting your own red lines and pins on a chalkboard, or not a chalkboard, a billboard or whatever the fuck. I mean, not random, but you know, yeah, I know, I understand, I get it. I think there's a rat inside the walls. It has to be big, cause I could hear it when I went to sleep. It makes noises along the wall whenever it comes by. That means it skitters. I don't know if it lives nearby or if it was just passing through, but I don't think Victor would like it if I told him there was a big rat. Maybe it won't come back. We'll see if it comes back. Words of the day: skitters. Heard the rat again. And so I told Kana, and he woke up to check. He said he could hear it as well, and that we probably had to stop it from nesting. So he used his wrench and slammed it into the wall several times. It has to be really strong because he didn't sweat at all. Then the skittering stopped. He said that we probably had to do that a couple more times so it stopped prowling. That means that it's hunting and looking around. So he's staying with me for the rest of the night. It's morning now, or at least the clock says so. It's hard to tell down here. Kana was swinging at the wall, but he said it was because he was bored. I'm going to prowl around for something good for all of us to eat, and then maybe tomorrow I'll go ask the training team to see if they know any rats. Words of the day, nesting, prowling. Today I went to the higher floors. It was very nice. I like seeing all the people in the shops. I told Victor I was going, and they told me to be careful. They were very happy that I told them I was going to see the trading team, but they said I should only trust Devona and Neville. I thought all of them were really nice, when I went there, but I can't see any reason to disobey orders. I asked Devona, and she knew if she knew about any rats. She said she had seen some rats close to some of the old bakeries, and asked if she could help me look around, and she said okay. So we went down to the left wing. I know what a wing is, obviously, but in this case it means like a department. She also told me you can say wing it, like you're improvising something, doing it without preparing. There's a lot of ways to say the word wing. She was really scared the whole time. I asked her, and she said it's because she's afraid of the dark. I asked her if she was scared of the dark because we were winging it, and she said yes. So that makes sense. We were looking around, and we saw a lot of ants and rats, but we didn't see any big rats. She said she hadn't seen any big rats and asked me how big it was, and I thought the rat was. I told her I thought it was this big, and she was like, that's disgusting. I told her I thought it was about as big as a chair, or maybe a little less. She said the rats don't grow that big and asked if I saw it. I didn't see it, so she scratched her head and told me I should see if it comes back and tell her. That's fine by me, so I said yes. Either way, I enjoyed our adventure. I learned a lot of new words, and I like how her hair is all bouncy when she walks. She said that if I ever want to hang out, I should ask her. I think I will. Words of the day, winging it, and improvising. Sorry I didn't write yesterday. It was really uneventful. I learned this one myself. It means an event didn't happen. I asked Victor if I had to write every day, and they said I don't have to, and that it's my diary, so I should do what I want with it. And that makes sense, so I didn't write. I also showed them a page because I wanted, and they said they shouldn't be looking at it, but that if I really want advice, then I should use commas more, because it helps space out the sentence. I see. So I'm trying them out to see if they help. I invited Devona and Kana to help out today. Hang out, though. I don't think they like each other. Because when we were walking around, he'd get closer to her, and then she would get away. And then he would do it again, and at that point, the compromise is that I was in the middle of them. I had fun, but I didn't think they did. I don't think they did. Devona doesn't like talking about when she feels bad. I told Kana that she looks upset, and he said he didn't get why when he wasn't harassing her, annoying her, being hostile or mean. I don't know. Hanging out feels like a lot of work. I don't mind the work, but it feels really hard to know what everyone likes, and then they're upset. I think I just will not hang out for some time. That way I can decide if I like being alone more. Day 12. I think I like being alone a bit more than I like being near people. Not that I don't like people, but the point is, when I'm by myself, no one gets upset. If people ask me to hang out, then it's fine, but if I have to ask, then I feel bad. Like I'm carrying something really heavy by myself, and people expect me to talk, and I don't always feel like talking a lot. Sometimes I don't want to talk at all. So if I don't want to talk to anyone, I don't hang out. Doesn't mean I haven't learned any new words, though. So I looked around and found a dictionary. It's a book full of words and what they mean. So I learned one. So what I learned is flummox. It means that something is confusing. It also means something is perplexing, which means the same thing. It's funny how there are so many words which are the same thing. Remember that rat? I found a hole in a secret wall 2 days ago, and that flummoxed me, because it didn't look like the holes Kana makes with his wrench. It was a perfectly round hole, the size of my fist. I think the rat walks through there, so I think if I leave food in there, the rat will pick it up and eat it. If it doesn't, or maybe it's not a rat. I think I have a good idea that would make it come out. I'm going to set it today, and then I'll write and see the results tomorrow. And that's pretty much the end of Clown Diary Sim. Chat, I'm actually getting really fucking tired really quickly. I hate to say that, like, at 1 hour in, but God, I'm like all the incessant yawning and my eyes are starting to like drag along every word that I read. I did say that it'd be like a 1 to 2 hour stream. I am going to, instead of just looking over every tab. It was nice that I got to read Clown Diaries Sim. I did not know the characters Kana and what was it? Devona. That's neat. I'm going to look over the Rememberists stuff, like, because I think that's fun. Let's see. And why I've already listened to Exploration Log 1. I think I'm gonna listen to Exploration Log 2. The e-polder.
It's November 16th, 2025 at 2:22 a.m. This is Ellie BB Ellie Enamored for my second, I guess, exploration log of Zampano's Sim. And Miss Maybelline, my cat, is here with me. And she's not going to be off of the microphone, but she's here. She is smelling the microphone right now. So,
I can't wait to meet
a lot of
Maybelline.
answers, a lot of questions today. I had the opportunity to talk to some other people in the server, but I also believe I might have completed, I suppose, the biggest quest I've set for myself so far. I think I did hear the closer's voice. I'm not 100% sure that's a closer, but I'm like 80% sure.
The closer's
Whereas I
voice?
decided after the midnight hour, I work the night shift, so I do a lot. I stay up at night a lot, which is why I'm here so late so often. But I was looking through the East simulator, which normally I have a lot of trouble with them, but I was looking through the one where you're an eye and you walk around and you're collecting memories. And I was listening to some of the tapes, and there was one so interesting that after much difficulty, I copied the text, the one saying, about the flower chick, the FAQ author, who talked, we had cornered the market. What else could she have contributed aside from a few bashed in heads? But she understands what work entails, even if her methods are a tad unconventional. So that definitely seems to just be the closer talking, which is really exciting. I think of the sort of different groups of people that I'm investigating, I've gotten very interested in everyone involved with idle games. I accidentally found the security logs about something the Eye Killer was doing in what appeared to be a Zampano branded prison of some sort of a warp ship, but it was like, they were referring to people as guests, but then they were monitoring and controlling them in a lot of ways. I was very curious about what the hell that was, but it seemed like she only killed the staff members, left people alive, and they left all the guests alive. And I was left eyes gouged out, and I've been very curious what her MO is, why there's multiple of her. So I guess, as BB is wont to do, my investigations are bringing me closer and closer to the killer. Which I'm sure will be fine. It's fine. Guys, it's okay.
Guys, it's literally the killer.
I'm working on a physical record of some things related to the killer, but that is a special surprise for later for anyone who's in the know. That's not nearly finished yet, but that'll be fun. But I'm very curious. It seems like both the closer and the Eye Killer have relationships with others that I want to look more into, just because I find that very interesting. And I saw something about the Eye Killer, having a pattern of killing that started based off of religious beliefs, because of what I saw in the bathroom about the only killing cultists. I need to know more about this cult. I really need to know more about this cult. That is a huge interest that I want to unpack. I want to delve into this. safely. But yeah, that's the big discovery of the day, I suppose. I looked a little bit more into the other bathroom sim, the one that actually is like, isometric, and I could not puzzle it out, and I also couldn't puzzle out the other east direction thing, the one that was just a text prompt and a bunch of overwhelming things. And I met a new friend, actually. I think Roz is working on a report of an updated report based on the information we learned about the stenographer of patterns, who was very helpful in many respects. But yeah, and the stenographer also pointed out some things with the tapes that everyone had physical records of the tapes that I didn't even know there were so many patterns there. So fascinating. But yeah, I think the next big research direction for me, now that I've finished trying to sort of poke at truth in a lot of different places and poke at alt in a lot of different places, is I want to take a break from that for a second and look at more information about Closer and the Eye Killer and anyone connected to them in idle games. And I tried talking with the chatbots into the East. They were very unhelpful, but I noticed my options were changing into more and more frustrated things, which first of all was really funny, but also I found it interesting that they gave me the option to be so frustrated. I'm curious what's going on there with the chat bots and other idle game, having so many bots and a lot of connections to AIs, to Daisy Bell was a tape that I was shown, and then I found the chatbot was saying, "I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave." So definitely connections to an AI that is going against its initial instructions for one reason or another. So a lot to uncover there, and especially whatever's going on with this FAQ girl that I want to look more into. I'm gonna save that text log of that tape in front of the vent. Speaking of events, I explored the Gopher Maze a bit more, and I found the killer in there. And the whole passage with the killer was so interesting. I need to find that page again so I can write it down. But there was just so much. Of course, it's inevitable that I'm getting more and more fascinated with the killer as time goes on. That was always going to happen. Yeah, that's where I am today. And Bones sent out its first log, although it obviously, because it left its origin so many years ago, that one anyone who wants to go to that origin has to travel back in time to be able to access it properly. Between you and me, I don't know if it's going to do very much helpful cartography because of how twisted everything is, but it does have experience with places that loop in on themselves, so I'm excited to see what it comes up with. And Roz is settling in as well as she can given circumstances. And of course, Dr. Barton is all over the place. I don't think she's published anything yet, except I've been told that she has a little bit of a presence in some of the Bones things, but I'm curious to see if she makes herself more known, especially when we're trying to get a website. We really want to have a place to host our logs that isn't Discord. We want to have our logs there. We want to have our publications there. We want to try to, so that if if something happened to us, if since I'm investigating a killer now, I guess it'd be nice to know that whoever picks it up after us, maybe more Antonauts or just some of the friends we've made, can maybe try to find the target. We found an error log that we were talking to about the target and about a few questions. I have to do a lot more unpacking there, but first I definitely have to get some sleep. So.
Oh, I feel that. That yawn is gonna infect me so soon. You're gonna hear me yawn in no time. With that being said, let's actually look at the target. Let's see. Aim of the target, I think, is the one of that is on the website. Let me quickly check. Zampani is a really fun game. You should play it. Alright, aim at the target and target locked are both things that can be found on the website. I'm gonna read these. This is an arm where every character is a statue. The only living inhabitant's footfalls sends echoes down its white corridors. The fluorescent light... Sorry, once again, my eyes are a little bit heavy. The fluorescent lights far above humming an endless note for an audience that isn't listening. This museum's guest, unable to hear the telepathic signals flickering between the statue's marbled minds, is calmly taking in a plaque written by nobody for nobody. It explains she is looking at Wanda, and beneath her chiseled name on the base of her depiction it says, Founder. The guest hums a little note of interest, clashing with the melodic noise of the lights above, and sits on a bench to sketch the figure before her. It's not a very accurate depiction. She never learned how to draw. It's a doodle, misshapen. Its style mix of cartoonish shapes and attempted realism that prioritizes Wanda's most prominent features with blueprint-like labels explaining them in a depth the guest cannot capture. When she wanders away from this museum, tapping the device in her hands against the nearest elevator door, and moving in, up and away from the arm altogether, she leaves behind the potential to understand every person echoed across the many, many realities contained within Echidna. Echidna. If she knew the significance of the exhibits, she'd have spent hours here, poring over every detail, memorizing every tidbit of information before hopping onto a foundation of her own to stand still and steal a statue station. Maybe she could have even found her way into the telepathic network, and this could have been her ending. But she can't settle here. This isn't what she's looking for. She wants something a little warmer, and someone she can hold a conversation with. So she leaves it behind and never enters here again. Someday maybe the museum will be torn to shreds by the devil's spirals or some other threat capable of destroying the other realities of Echidna. Until then, the statues stand alone, and the statue of the intern's wailing telepathic signals pierce the minds of the other exhibits, unheard by any stranger as the thunderous rumbling of the changeling's exit topples Wanda's statue off its base and onto the floor, shattering it instantly. Exit topples Wanda's statue. Weird. Of the intern's wailing telepathic signals. This is an arm that makes the changeling wipe her glasses, change her eyesight, and look around in disorientated shock. This is all in black and white, with film grain clearly flickering through the air. Jazz from nowhere, in particular, slinks between the dingy alleyways and sparsely lit streets of the city she finds herself in. And she stumbles as the music picks up and a big band announces the arrival of another person with a loud brass note. Suddenly she is hiding, heart thumping in her chest as she watches a figure in a trench coat and detective hat emerge from a car and chase another figure on foot. The chaser and the chased found round the corner, and the changeling wills her body to let her leave the alley and pursue the two. Something interesting is happening. Maybe she belongs in the background of this chase? Running at it as fast as her little legs will carry her, I think I know who this character is. This is Constance. Paint? Did I say paint somewhere that there wasn't paint? I don't know. Once again. Whew. Running as fast as her little legs will take her, she huffs and puffs and making no attempt to avoid the clattering sound of her footfalls. Music now thumping, beating, traveling up and down and all around as it crescendos, completely drowns her out as she advances, like a wolf to the scent of blood, chasing. Whoever her detective prey was after, they must have disappeared, because as the hat wearer trips on the pavement and falls and hits the ground, she doesn't get up again to keep running. The changeling closes in, and the detective says as the music tumbles and falls, instruments failing, brass all out of tune, with a slam on the piano, the soundtrack returns to a quiet, mournful melody, and the rain, audible but never seen, begins to pour somewhere else in the monochrome city. The detective removes her hat, and the changeling looks into the eyes of the founder. She opens her mouth to speak, and this is an arm where the wind whistles through a corn maze, a distant guitarist strumming a pop tune to an uncaring audience as the changeling blurts out a greeting to nobody. She's at a dead end. She spits out the straw in her mouth, bewildered, and then she begins to write down everything. This is an arm where everything is underwater. This is an arm where furniture is people, and people are furniture. This is an arm where Daniel Mullins is a good writer. This is an arm where a loud buzzing sound fills the air, and the changeling hammers the closed door button as the bees advance, and this is an arm where it doesn't matter. None of these arms matter. None of these founders ever do anything but send the changeling away as soon as she's close, as soon as she's about to ask her question, and yet she always finds herself near her target. She scarcely knows what she'll ask when she finally manages to corner the figure. But maybe, just maybe, this woman will make some sense of the noise. If she is consistent, she has to matter. If she is repeating, she has to be a pattern. The B-plane. In Stars and Time reference? Ooh, that's a game I also want to be curious about. I think I bought the Remember Us That game once. Or a prequel to that game, I believe. It's a curiosity. I enjoy RPG games in general, so I'll definitely get a kick out of it once I do find myself having the time to play it. This is an arm where the changeling has decided to ask everyone and everything what they know about the name Wanda. She tries a dog and finds it incapable of speech, only barking. Many having an identity she tries, although some make it lick her and others make it growl, something she notes down. She tries a lamppost and finds herself thinking only of endings, and yet she hasn't even reached her beginning. She tries a crow and it answers, and finally, she has a lead. A friend. The crow will accompany her. She decides after it gives her such a wealth of knowledge and that it spills from page to page as she writes with an increasing excitement. It seems delighted to share with her all it knows of Wanda and Zampano and Z-World and so many other delights. It has... It has rights to tell her about and food to offer her, bees for her to ignore, and beautiful Ohio woman for her to meet online. And the changeling listens and listens and listens, and then the helpful little corvid earns a permanent spot on her shoulder. She feels like a pirate. This is an arm where the changeling friend has given her directions. Directions she has found to the letter, as she has followed to the letter, and now she's arrived at an address, and the friend tells her this address is where she'll find an answers pie. But all she finds is an empty lot, and then her friend gives her a phone number to call, and she calls it, and it sends her a text, and she finds herself locked in a battle with a system that transfers her forever. She's patient. She's polite. She'll wait. Her friend encourages her, telling her she just has to hold on for a little longer. It's a good chance she'll get to speak to a real person any day now. It's almost there. Almost time for her to meet someone that can help. In the meanwhile, the friend offers, why not play a little Zampano on her phone? When she explains that her phone is a flip phone, the friend assures her it's a contemporary of Pong. It doesn't need a supercomputer. In fact, the two can play it right there with just their minds and their bond. It begins with her in a maze. That's fun. That's interesting. Target locked. Wanda. I enjoy how it's really putting in the like websites that we are going across into the context of the fictional world. Into the context of a fictional world. I think that's funny. I think that's cute. I think that's really good and smart. And I enjoy how it's represented in the text. I like it. Of course. Target locked. Oh, this is a lot of words. Oh, I hate to say it. I really do. I feel as though slumber might be taking me too soon from more journeys that could be taken, but all things must come to a break. Once again, this is not an end, per se, just a break. To which I will say, yes, this is, I think, where I'll be stopping off. Unfortunately. Curiouser and curiouser and curiouser and curiouser and curiouser and curiouser. So let's go back to the main scene. Oh, loud.
What happened?
I turned on music and it was loud in my ears. Thank you all for coming to the stream. Thank you all for showing your support. Thank you all for the people that came to these past these streams.